Hey guys. Hello everyone. Someone once told me not to say you guys, but that person is no longer around me. And they can contact me. Hi out there. I know you're probably watching. Anyway, um, how are you guys doing? I believe the retrograde ends either today or tomorrow. We're in the midst of stationary direct as the tree goes off. I was just staring into the candle, so I can't see shit right now because I was staring into that candle, trying to clear things out. Okay, I have one person in the room right now. Can I get a like from you, darling? All right, so we're at 59 seconds. We're a minute in, two people. Okay, so these are going to be the weeklies that I've posted on Instagram already. I've already written down the signs here so that I can write down the timestamps so that you guys can be very efficient when you go through. Now, you do know that you can go through all 12 of your houses here with this reading. You can start from what your first house is, where that card is in the reading and go from there. Or you can start at Aries and just have that be, the sign that is your first house. However you want to do it, either one of those two ways really are good. All right, so let me go ahead and get started with these cards, and I'm going to be writing down the times, so just bear with me. Also, I'm trying to put on a little bit of some sounds back there. The card that fell out of the deck as I was shuffling it the other day, I've laid them out just as the way they were, is the Four of Cups. And that has to do with stability of emotions and feelings, right? It's almost like that idea of blended pleasure. This is the moon in Cancer, and this is a placement that I have, and this is also a placement that Dale has. So there's a connection between the two of us there with that. I'm going to be looking at the screen. Sometimes when I read, I look off into space and just start going. But the four is really talking about how assertive are you and how are you going to discern what's a good thing and what is kind of like something that you should pout or not feel so good about. You know what I mean? The fours are definitely speaking of a sense of stability that comes from a place of wanting it. Yeah. So it's almost like if you want to feel better about something, you have to go about the steps of making yourself feel better because it really is up to you. And with the four being represented by the Emperor as the major arcana card, Aries, that sign really does teach us that if you want something, you have to be the one to go out there and approach it and get it. Okay. Also, at the bottom of the deck, the card that is opposing that, literally, right? As this is a Cancer card, that Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles is the Sun, which opposes the Moon, in Capricorn. Capricorn is a sign of the here and the now, right? Sometimes we get stuck on, or focus on something that takes us away from our own reality because we make it only about that one thing. But the really good thing about Sun and Capricorn and the Four of Pentacles basically is that if you put your mind to something, you can develop it and it can become something, right? It is about showing leadership qualities to oneself because it is I am. It is Aries. So it is a very singular sensation. Sorry. Oh my God. Shout out to Jolena Javier, my friend. She was just in Chorus Line at City Center in New York City. Anyway, so it really is talking about how you as an individual are going to be able to take care of these needs, right? Because it is about security, really, with the Four of Cups here, right? The emotions, security within the emotions, stability within the emotions. Are you expressing what you need? And is what you need being met by what you are expressing? And if your needs aren't getting met, then you need to be able to communicate that and not just get in your feelings, Drake, about that. Yes, it's Sagittarius season and we're coming to the end of a Mercury retrograde, so things have been a little bit all over the place, right? It's been mutable as fuck, and it has definitely been kind of like you've been dealing with the fluctuations and, and the adaptations and how you're just kind of like going with the flow but still asking questions while you're going through the flow of things, right? There's so many things that are happening, change is occurring, but you're also trying to stay stable emotionally and practically with your time here, because we have two fours within those fluctuations and within the things that might be trying to get in the way of you feeling consistent within what you're trying to produce and with what you're trying to sustain, because it is talking about a sustainability here and how things can be kept in a way that it can be relied upon. Okay, at the top of the reading here, everyone got the star card. And when I think about the star card, it's number 17. So that's 1 and 7. It's the awareness of a goal, right? The awareness of something that is meant, that is, it's an intended purpose, right? There's a concept, there's a perception of something that you are allowing to heavily influence your experience in almost like a purifying way or like a cleansing way. It's a cleansing of the spirit, of the mind, right? So you're coming to a place of feeling a little bit more I don't. Some of you may have been melancholy, right? Because it's easy to get that way when you're deep in your thoughts, and Aquarius is very far out there, so you can really feel isolated within those thoughts. Some of you, and trying to determine what your purpose is, and also trying to stay confident and try to keep a sense of balance within oneself in many different areas. You know what I mean? It's not like we are just ourselves. We're ourselves. We're ourselves when we go outside and experience other people, Aquarius. We're ourselves when we go to work. We're ourselves when we're a different self, when we go to all of these different places, because it's like we have to turn on these switches, right? On and off switch. And it can be very exhausting mentally and psychologically for all of us. But the thing is the star card is talking about a sense of psychological balance, mental balance. Some of you actually need to read more to calm your mind. Writing is a good thing to do, and also painting or coloring or something like that, because Aquarius is an air sign and it is a progression from the other air signs. It's ruled by Uranus. Saturn is the ancient ruler, so it's talking about lessons of trying to maintain a sense of discipline, right? Within all of the chaos that goes on around you. You have to be able to have a mature mindset in dealing with all of the different things that are happening, especially in this mutable season, right? Because if you can keep some consistency, right? This is a fixed card, major arcana, within what's going on, and you can keep your mind and your focus on what really matters and let people have their realities occur while yours is still occurring for yourself, Aquarius, then that would be great for all of us, me included. I love it. Okay, so let's go with Aries at 8 minutes and 13 seconds into the video. Oh my gosh. All right, so Aries, you got the Fool this week. The Fool is actually Uranus, and it is talking about surprises, right? It's almost like a potent energy that you can't reach, and you almost can't even see it clearly until it does happen. It is kind of involved with time, but Uranus is a planet that kind of likes to do its work on its own, like Aquarius. And you may not see things lining up before this happens. This is kind of risk. This is almost things far beyond you, almost like God. Actually, it is God. That's what this card represents. So this is really stepping out confidently, having a sense of hope, and there's pride in the faith that you have that many things are possible. And this is energy for you, Aries, that you're very consistent with feeling, right? Because you definitely feel like you can do anything. Just definitely look at the consequences of things, or maybe you don't need to. That's what this card is saying. You're not even really involved with considering the consequences. That's very you. Okay, so some surprises may come in. This could be very hopeful for you. I want you to maintain your sense of joy, right? Because it's really going to afford you something good, Aries. All right, 9 minutes and 45 seconds in, we're going to Taurus. Taurus, you got the Ten of Cups. You guys might be dealing with a Pisces. You might be in a relationship with a Pisces, or there might be something going on with a Pisces in your family. Maybe someone is putting aggression into dissolving boundaries, or maybe some aggression was put into a situation involving the family and some boundaries have been dissolved, and now things may be a little bit clearer to you. Or maybe you might have been in a relationship and you have just been proposed to, or something like that. Or maybe some of you might actually be anticipating that. You know, the holidays are coming up and people like to do stuff like that at that time of year. Mars is actually in Pisces right now. You guys might be dealing with some Aries that are really showing you some compassion. They may be showing you some love. They may be showing you some promise in terms of a relationship actually really being something. Because as at this point, this is talking about an ending that may be occurring, but then it's also bringing a new beginning, right? It's almost kind of like you're leaving that one side of Pisces that's here, you're going through that thread, and then you're coming out on the other side, bam, reborn, right? Beautiful. Okay, so now let me go to Gemini. Gemini is at 11 minutes. Gemini, what's going on with you? You got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is fixed water, which is Scorpio. But these are all, the kings are all influenced by the element of air. Gemini, what's going on with a Scorpio? A Scorpio may be wanting to express some feeling to you, or you may be wanting to express your feelings to a Scorpio. Or you might be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio that may really be making you feel confident about an emotion that they are having you feel or that you feel about them. It's something in the subconscious too, so it's almost like something that you can express and it may or explain. It can only be expressed, right, through loving actions and through the way that you show them how you feel. And that's actually quite deepening of a soulful bond. It definitely alludes to that. I'm seeing stars. I'm seeing arrows pointing up. So this is really talking about maybe an ascension in the way that you love someone or the way that you thought that love could be. It actually might not be the same thing that you anticipated. And I'm also seeing 3. So it is saying that there might be something uh, that you're waiting for or that you don't really even know. It might be just a feeling of expressing sensitivity, exactly, right? So you might be expressing sensitivity, which is good for you, Gemini. You're not really used to doing that. It's really beautiful. Okay, at 12 minutes and 37 seconds, we're going to go into Cancer. Cancer. So you have the Two of Pentacles, which is actually opposing you as well. This is Jupiter in Capricorn. You may be thinking about the changes that are occurring. This is almost like a sense of balance or almost like tempering your practical matters. It's like you're trying to save money or you're trying to look and see where your funds are coming from, where they're going out to, how you're going to be able to save money. You know, you're also wanting things to kind of like feel a little bit buoyant, right? Like you're sitting on top of something that is smooth sailing. The Two of Pentacles is Susie Orman from the Badass Bitches Tarot deck. That's what I'm using this week. Okay? So, yeah, you know, there's some risk involved as well with Jupiter, right? Being in Capricorn. And the thing is that Capricorn is kind of sustained earth energy. And, you know, it's saying that you may not be feeling comfortable with the changes that you may be challenged in having to implement because it is Saturn related as well. You're just getting a deeper understanding of what it means to take care of yourself and take care of things, and a sense of just being fair, you know, to yourself and what it is that you hold dear to you that's valuable, okay? Some of you might need to be reaching out and calling some family members that you probably haven't talked to in a long time because it is the holidays, okay? Leo, we're going to start with you at 14 minutes and 35 seconds. I need to keep it moving. So, Leo, you got the Tower. That's 15, right? Oh, I'm sorry. That's 16. The devil is 15. That's 16. It's 1 and 6. So it's the awareness of an understanding of a commitment. You're committed to something, right? Or there might have been something that was more stable, right? That might be ending, or something that was committed, or something that had to deal with, something that was obvious that is going to be obviously not. Okay? Um, it is talking about expansions with the Roman numeral X right here, and then it's also talking about the severity of the reality of an institution, right? Which is actually being kind of destroyed, and then also the awareness of what's taking place after that. That's what you're dealing with, okay? So you're dealing with the expansion of something happening, and then you're dealing with, the positives and the negatives, right? And then you're dealing with the awareness of what that means for you moving forward. Some of you might need to check the brakes on your car. Some of you might need to, just drive safely and travel safely, okay? Um, let's go into Virgo at 16 minutes and 15 seconds. Could you guys like the video, please, if you haven't already? Um, wow. So, Virgo, you got the Eight of Cups. This is Saturn and Pisces, okay? Pisces is the last water sign. It really is one of very sensitive, high sensitivity levels. Saturn is a planet that is restrictive, right? So you may be feeling restricted in the consideration and the amount of focus and attention that you've brought to something, okay? This could be a job, or this could just be your role in a particular relationship or in a particular place. Um, it is saying that you're walking away from something that has been consistent and something that, you were really putting a lot of emotional energy into, and now it really is just time to kind of move on. Okay, Virgo, whatever that means. All right. Libra, you are coming into the video at 17 minutes and 35 seconds. And your card is the Nine of Swords. This is Mars in Gemini. Okay, so Gemini is a sign of thoughts, communications, processes, um, you know, concepts, perceptions, the way you see things. So you may be putting aggression, or you may be like willingly seeing things in a way that actually may not be as bad as you think, right? It's almost like you're worrying yourself sick a little bit about something that you probably can't do anything about. And that's very typical of Libra energy, you know what I mean? I would say that you should probably really think about what it is that you're worried about and see if it really is, in the big scheme of things, going to affect you as much as you are fearful of. Okay, you might even be thinking about scrutiny, you know what I mean, or maybe you're feeling like something won't be met with the highest positive with the highest receptivity. You know what I mean? It really is talking about having an epiphany with oneself on how to deal with the changes and the fluctuations, right? You might be actively going through changes, and you may be just kind of like, your mind might just be scattered a little bit just because there's a lot going on. I'm a Libra, so I'm kind of, giving a little bit more information. But yes, it's definitely saying, just, try to go in and see what it is that is causing you all of the stress and the worry, and see if you can think about what it is that is needed, right? And how you can serve a better purpose in like dealing with it, right? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? And what is it going to do for you? Okay. maybe faced with a decision or something like that. Um, let's talk about Scorpio. Scorpio, you are at 19 minutes and 59 seconds. All right, Scorpio. So you're looking at the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is talking about that's mutable energy. That's also Gemini, right? So you might have a something with Libra or something like that. Yeah. Or you might be dealing with the Gemini. Yeah, because this is Gemini energy. The Knight of Swords is talking about someone coming in and giving their opinion and maybe giving their thoughts about something, or maybe you want someone's input on something. Maybe there's some intimidation on what to say or how to say something because it's also fire. So there's something that of the heart and that is, of a passionate feeling that needs to be expressed or maybe wants to be discussed. It is also a very playful card, Gemini energy. So you might be feeling very playful. Gemini does rule children, so you may be doing something with that, with children, and it may just be making you feel like, well, things are a little bit like shaky just because you're dealing with many different directions that you're going, okay? Now, let's go to Sagittarius. We're almost towards the end, you guys, at 21 minutes and 25 seconds. Sagittarius, you got the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is really a card of um, material needs that have some hope to them. It's almost like, what was I going to say? I was thinking of something, but it was like, it almost sounded kind of cliche, so I was like thinking before I said it. Sorry. The Ace of Pentacles is kind of like the germination of a seed, right? Seedling, it sprouts, and you're like, oh my God, that seed is growing. Now I'm going to continue watering to see what it is. And then once I continue watering it, once I continue to put a little bit more time and practice and routine, consistent effort into something, because it is a pentacle, so it is talking about earth, then it's almost like you're nurturing this thing and you're nurturing it a little bit more. You're really adhering to the responsibility of what it means to commit to see something progress into something bigger, and that's for you. That's good. But it is also saying that this is the beginning of the process. And for you, Sagittarius, you almost want to see things go very quickly, right? Because you are like, damn, I want to put energy into it. And when I put the energy into it, it is what it is, right? Hi. But for you, this is really great. It's opportunity. It's really taking a chance, someone taking a chance on you, and you taking a chance on someone. Something might become a reality for you as well. You know what I mean? During your birthday season, Jupiter is there, Mercury is there. He's retrograde now, but he's going direct like today, within the next 24 hours, definitely. And yeah, the sun is there as well. So you've got a lot of, energy in your sign right now, in your house. I have Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune in Sag, and it's also my south node. So I can identify with that energy just because I have a lot of planets there as well. Now, let's go into Capricorn at 23 minutes and 43 seconds. 43 seconds. All right. So Capricorn, you're dealing with a magician energy here. So this is the awareness of your resources. Yes, it's knowing what to do and how to do it and when to do it. Right. You definitely are focused on something, and that's not hard for you, Capricorn, because you usually are focused on on things. Usually, you get very deep in focus about things. Um, Sorry, I don't know. I was thinking Sagittarius, but I am saying Capricorn. So, yeah, this is kind of like working with what you've got, using those assets, using those resources, knowing what to do, when to do it, where to go, what time, you know, I's dotted, T's crossed, all kinds of things. Um, And it is Mercury, so this is saying that this is around the time of Mercury direct might have something to do with it. Maybe you might be coming out of like a fog, you know what I mean? Because the ace is talking about the awareness, and right before it is the Fool. So you may be coming out of something with an Aries Capricorn, or you may be involved with an Aries here because they got the Fool at the very beginning of the reading. Okay. Um, yeah, just definitely know who to call, what to do, what to say, how to act, what to wear. You know what I mean? Keep everything tight. Um, let's go into Aquarius at 25 minutes and 16 seconds. I'm trying to keep my eye on the clock here because I don't know what time it is, y'all. What did I say? 25 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay, it's 6:19. 25 minutes and 35 seconds, okay? Because that's really what it is. So now, Aquarius, you got the Page of Wands. This is one of high energy, interest in something, a project maybe, or something that is at its beginning phase and it's going to progress into something where you can say that you have achieved something. So you're looking towards achievement, right, in these actions and in these endeavors and in your pursuits. Yes, you definitely want to see something go down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? You want to see something. It's Saturn, so it is saying that you will experience some restrictions, but you just have so much energy and so much pizzazz. You might be dealing with the Leo, you might be dealing with the Sag or an Aries as well. So there's a Saturn connection right there with Aquarius and Capricorn both having rulership with Sagittarius, and that Fool card being there. Um, anyway, I'm going very deep in the reading. So the pages are talking about you may be dealing with someone younger. Your kids might be acting up, getting crazy, trying to look through the presents, that type of thing. I'm just trying to give you guys all the feels of the Page of Wands. Um, yeah, courageous, very encouraged, wanting to do things and get things done. Very excited about the Christmas season. Some of you probably are excited about the holidays and seeing family, right? That Saturn connection, yeah. Some of you may have had kids and you're excited to see your family and go and, show them the kids and everything during the holidays. We all love that. My battery is getting low, but I'm pretty good. We're at 27 minutes and 33 seconds with Pisces. 33. All right, Pisces. So you got the Ace of Wands. Like I said, some of you may be pregnant. Some of you may be trying to get pregnant. And some of you may be doing what it takes to get pregnant. Okay? This is talking about action and impulse. Pisces, gang, gang. I know, finally, right? Um, yeah, this is one talking about impulse. It's talking about beginnings of things. Maybe some of you are really close to having your kids, and maybe some of you will be having it very close to Christmas if some of you are actually pregnant out there. The Empress isn't in this reading, but the Four of Cups is, okay? And so is the Four of Pentacles. So that's almost like giving mother and father energy. So some of you might be becoming mother and fathers, very soon. Or you're expecting, or you're going to be announcing it during the holidays. Also, this could be an opportunity to do something that some of you might be excited about. Something definitely has potential and you're enthusiastic about it and you're feeling definitely very encouraged about it. And it's not anything that you should deny not going for. Okay? Great, you guys. I'm so glad that I was able to get those out. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do my 90s dance, and email Providence Tarot Kendrick at gmail.com if you'd like a reading from me. We might be doing a holiday special. If you would like to get a reading with Dale, email him, but just know that you're welcome. Just know that he's moving and he's doing things, so it may take a little bit of time for him to get settled to get those done, but I'm sure he's going to get them done for you. He'll just put you on the list and go through it as he can. He's Providence Tarot Dale at gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Providence Tarot. On Instagram, I am at NYC Kendrick, and I am at Kendrick NYC. Dale is at Blue is True, and he's also at Sun, like the sun that shines, of Lolita. Yeah, I believe that is it. Look out for the next videos. I still have to do Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Cardinal, and Fixed, basically. I've already done the mutable signs, so go and look at your mutable, okay? If you have Sun, Moon, or Rising in any of the mutable signs, or heavy energy there. Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you soon.